Hey guys, Majeffries here, and welcome to episode 5 of the Lazarus project. Last episode, you remember that we completed our pre-season schedule. We played Burnley and we played AIK, I think it was. Today, we have got two matches. The first one is against Bristol Rovers, and it is the beginning of our League 2 campaign, our rise back to the top. First thing to say, I signed another new player, Alex Nimley. Any Man City fans out there, you'll know who he is, hopefully. He plays for Man City youth team, I suppose, or reserves. He's a good young striker, rated 65, as you can see. Plays. You could play him as a striker, or you could play him as a cam or winger. Even if he's only listed as a striker, he's got tremendous pace and strength, so he can fill any of those four positions pretty easily. You can see our lineup. I've probably should have gone through the rest of it. I can do that now, actually, in the intro to this. So we are here at Court Lane. That is not Bristol Rovers' stadium. I can't remember the name of their stadium off the top of my head. Yeah, I can't remember the name of their stadium. We've got our friends Alan Smith and Martin Tyler doing the commentary, but I'm going to mute all of that so you'll have no idea who's talking and when. The commentary on this game, it's alright at times. Sometimes it feels really realistic, as if they're actually commentating on the match, and then suddenly they'll throw in a random comment that just reminds you that it is actually a game, and it's just a list of, what would you call them, binary numbers pulled out of a hat as to what they say and when. So there's their lineup. A couple of players to look out for. They got John Joe O'Toole, who used to play for Watford. And they've also got Clarkson up front. I was about to say something about Clarkson. I completely forgot my fact about him. We have Wallace on the right, Bartram on the left. We have Raziak playing just behind Nimley. Armstrong is on our bench, but we'll see more from him later on in the episode. Azog and Ferry make up our midfield, and then the back four is as you were. We've still got Chorley in as captain. I think he's going to be one of our best players this season, actually, Ben Chorley. Organises the defence well, quite dominating in the air and such. Right, we've kicked off. We leap forward to the 7th minute, and we see Nimley on his debut with the first chance, or creating the first chance, which Wallace actually struck. Good save from the keeper, and then Bristol Rovers managed to clear it up, so it was a chance, it was a snapshot, but it wasn't a massive chance. We then leap forward again, a really poor over-the-top through ball. However, it falls to Raziak. He knocks it through for Nimley, and that was Painter with the drive and the keeper with a good save. I'm quite a fan of those little layoff shots there. I wish you could do more of them in the game, actually. When they work, they look absolutely fantastic. That was as close as you can get to scoring without the ball actually going in, I think. And you can see from the resulting corner, Wallace with the cross, ball ricocheting around a little bit, and that's the end of that attack. So we'll leap forward again. Bing, there we go. 45th minute. This is basically going to be half time. Quick show of half time. There we go. I think I left in highlights of the first half as well. I was going to use this time to tell you guys a bit more about the team, but there's not really much to say. We had a pretty decent first half. Made a couple of chances, as you saw. Wallace's chance. There it is. And we also had a foul by Ferry and a shot from Wallace again. It's the same one. And here we go, second half. So we need to build on that first half performance. It's good that we didn't concede, but we do need to score. We have a lot of debutants in the team today. I think that's the right word, debutants. So you can understand a little bit as to why the matches are running a bit slow. And there's obviously it's the first game of the season as well, so not everybody's match fit and sharp. Making a sub. Armstrong is coming on for Raziak, and he is making his professional debut, I suppose. I know he played for us in the friendlies, but they never count as debuts, apparently. I don't know why. You're still playing for the same team in the same shirt, so I think it's just to glamorise the first game of the season a bit more. It's like, oh look, they're making their debut. Actually, it's the 6th game they've played this season. Excuse me. Azog on the ball. Trying to play cute little 1-2s there, not working out for us. It's very easy to lose the ball in those sorts of areas, and then suddenly you're on the back foot. Jump forward a little bit more. Not much happened between these two moments. There's a couple of snapshots. most of them blocked. Taylor and Holmes coming on for Wallace and Nimley. Not a bad debut from Raziak and Nimley, both of course at Man City at one point together. But I think they could have performed better. I think they could have made a couple of goals between them, especially against Bristol. I've got nothing against Bristol Rovers. They're a fantastic team. They don't deserve to be where they are. But the quality of our squad compared to the quality of theirs, we really should be punching above our weight. Looking up more rather than looking down. We have this really good chance from Ricky Holmes towards the end of the match. Ran through. Good opportunity. Couldn't make the most of it. We do win a throw-in, however, which is taken quickly by Bartram. He throws it to Ferry. Gets the ball in towards Holmes again. Headed out for another throw-in. Disappointed there with Holmes. I think he could have made more of that chance. I know I should have maybe taken an extra touch before shooting, but I didn't want to lose the ball, run straight into the goalkeeper, so I took the shot a little early, hoping he'd rifle it into the corner, and he didn't. And that is the end of the match. There you go. 90 minutes gone. 0-0 draw. Not very exciting, I admit. But for a first game of the season, it's good to get a point. We didn't win, but we didn't lose. So, yeah, it's not a bad start. Everyone's congratulating our goalkeeper, and I'm not really sure why, because as far as I was aware, he didn't make a single save. There's Ryan Taylor with his bright orange hair. I know he is of that hair colour, but I think that's a bit of an exaggeration, actually. There's the phantom handshake. Look how far away their hands are. Come on, EA. If you're going to do that, make it look realistic. He's about a yard away there, and he's shaking hands with him. That doesn't work. But yeah, I said at the start of the series I'm going to try and put 2 or 3 matches per episode, and I think I've decided that 2 matches is enough, because you can see this video is 15.5 minutes long, so I think 2 matches is definitely more than enough. We have a match now against Burnley, and you might be thinking Burnley aren't in the same division as Portsmouth, and you're right. This is the start of the League Cup. It's the Capital One Cup to you and I, but in FIFA they don't have the licensing for all the competition names, so this is the League Cup. Goes by its official name. You see I'm making a few changes. I've put, if I can keep still for a minute, I'll tell you. I believe I've put Armstrong up front, Fogden on the wing instead of Wallace, Holmes on the wing instead of Bartram, Payne playing in the hole instead of Raziak, East at right back, and I also put Padovani in midfield instead of Ferry. And I think that was all of my changes. I kept Carson in goal. In fact, you'll see the team again in a second, and we'll see the Burnley team as well. Fratton Park. Obviously, I renamed this as Fratton Park. It looks nothing like Fratton Park, but it was the closest I could get. Capital One Cup, first round. Again, Mr. Tyler and Mr. Smith will be silent throughout. There's Payne. He's making his debut. He's only rated, was it 58, I think it said? 56, 58, something like that. So he's not the best rated player in the game, but for what he's rated as and what he can do, he is worth signing. And I was watching a guy's video the other day, actually, where he was looking at free transfers and things, and he actually signed Raziak on his career, so congratulations to him for spotting that talent. A lot of people were saying in the comments to sign a Zog, and I can really see why, because he does tail off a couple of seasons in, but for the first season as a League 2 team, he's very, very cheap. He's very, very easy to sign because he's a free agent. All you've got to do is give him the wages he wants, the contract length he wants, and promise him he'll be a key player, because he will be. There's no denying that. And he'll sign straight on the dotted line. And he is now in a midfield that is coming up against the likes of Marnie and Jones, Billy Jones, and is it David Marnie, I think. And they've got Vokes and Ings up front. And for those of you who've been following the Championship this season, Vokes and Ings are the 2 on-fire strikers in the division. You've got the players like Wood and Vardy and Nugent as well, but those 2, for where Burnley were last season to where they are this season, it's a fantastic achievement. You might have seen my brilliant start there, kicking the ball out for a throw-in straight away. And you can now see that Burnley have just been flagged offside. And the reason I've included this is because something very, very important happens now. Pass it to the right back in Danny East. He knocks it down the line to Fogden. Great ball over the top to Armstrong. Good first touch, and bang. Was that 9th minute, 8th minute? And we are 1-0 up. Adam Armstrong on his first professional start because he came off the bench in the last match, as you just saw. Great ball from Fogden. Great first touch on the left foot, rifled it past the keeper on his right foot, and he scored his first ever professional goal. And what a time to score it against Burnley in the League Cup. You know, they're a team that are 2 divisions above us. They should be walking all over us, easy as it comes, and we're giving them a real match here. You see Chorley on the ball, running further forward than he should be, but that is a great through ball for Holmes. And it was a good save from Tom Heaton in the end, because that could have gone in as well. Another through ball down the line that looked like it was going nowhere. Armstrong suddenly wins the ball, cuts inside. Another good drive and another good save from Heaton. We certainly warmed the keeper's palms in the first half of this match. Burnley with their first chance. Jones on the ball. Sideswiped there by, I think that was De Vera. Is it De Vera I've got in defence? Turn around, let me see his back. I think it's De Vera. Anyway, we gave away a penalty, and it's Billy Jones who will step up to take it. And he smashes it right over the bar into the crowd. So far over the bar, in fact, that it didn't even warrant a replay. So obviously I wasn't going to lose any sleep over that. That was their big chance, and they blew it. And then not long after, good ball from Fogden. Great cross from Azog. Armstrong so unlucky that he didn't get on the end of it. Heaton managed to catch the loose ball before before Armstrong could get back on his feet. And that is half time. Much better performance than the match against Bristol Rovers. We are 1-0 up at half time. A fantastically well taken goal from Armstrong. Good all round team performance. A little unlucky to give away the penalty. I think it was a soft one really. But then yeah, we didn't concede from it, so all well and good. And now we kick off the second half. And straight away Tim Payne getting involved, beating Marnie to the ball. Plays it nice and safe to Holmes, to Painter, back for Holmes. Turns away from his man. I tried to do a little jinx left and right, and sort of got it wrong. And that was a foul from Painter. Didn't get booked, just a warning, that's fine. Very early in the second half still. Left it a bit late to slide in, so that's the reason why. Bradley, that's who it is, sorry. Sonny Bradley, not Joe De Vera. Anyway, Bradley with the ball down the line. Holmes with a very optimistic crossfield ball. Bounces free though for Fogden, and that was a fantastic strike. And you'll see how many replays this shot deserves. There's one. You can sort of see through the defender's legs just how close that was to going in. There's 2 from behind the goal. And then we get a side-on view, so you can see that he was definitely onside. And there's the corner flag, shooting past. And then we see a higher up view of the first effort. That was very, very good effort. Right, Painter on the ball for Padovani. He had a quiet game actually. I didn't see him on the ball that much. I suppose that's good if he has a quiet game in midfield, because he's not making mistakes, even if he's not doing anything particularly good. But that cross from Holmes was very good, and that header from Armstrong. You'll see in this replay, I think it's the second replay that they show, just how odd this header looks. Yeah, this one. He sort of gets down on his haunches almost, and just lets the ball bounce off him. You can see by the spin on the ball as well that the post had to come into play for that one to go in. Otherwise, I reckon the keeper would have got it, because it would have spun backwards. But yeah, we're 2-0 up. Very good performance from Armstrong. Very good performance from the rest of the team to help set him up. That was a very good ball from Ricky Holmes. And it's definitely competition between him and Bartram as to who plays down that left-hand side. Right, here is Padovani on the ball again. Clever little reverse pass there to Holmes. Another good cross. Another header. That was from Bartram that time. And a good stop from Heaton. Now Burnley on the counter-attack, but as you can see it didn't go to anywhere because that is full time. So we win 2-0 and we progress in the League Cup. First game, I had to show it because it's the first game of the season. Otherwise you guys would be wondering where the first game of the season went. It wasn't very exciting at all, I do admit that. I tried to keep highlights to a minimum so we could get through into this game as quick as possible. Although I did want to show you some of the shots because we had a couple of good efforts, and it sort of gives you an idea as to the type of play that I like to use, the style of play that I have. I hit a lot of diagonal over the top balls. You might notice that over the next few videos. It works for me. It works for me in all formats of the game. So if as long as it works, why not use it? Right, I'm going to wrap this episode up here now, guys. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. And as I leave you with these highlights, until next time guys, I will see you soon.